Good afternoon. I am Harriet Crawford, the 12th grade assistant principal at Highland High School. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2013 Highland High School commencement ceremonies. The presentation of the colors will be done by the Highland High School Junior Naval ROTC. The national anthem will be performed by Highland High School's Women of Concert Choir. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Please remain standing until after the colors have left the floor. Thank you. Gentlemen, please replace your caps. You may be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Yuri Loera, Student Body Co-President.
Good evening and welcome to the 63rd commencement ceremony in our school's treasured history. Highland Stories have been open for 64 years and we are the oldest standing high school in the state of New Mexico. It is with great pride that we stand before you. I am Yuridia Loera, Student Body Co-President, and it is my privilege to introduce to you our honored guests in attendance today. Please rise as I call your name. Mr. Winston Brooks, Albuquerque Public School Superintendent. Mr. Don Moya, APS Chief Financial Officer. Ms. Kathy Court, APS Board of Education member representing District 2 and Board Vice President. Mr. Marco Harris, Principal of Wilson Middle School. We also have honored students from the class of 2013 on stage. Please rise when I call your name. Brooke Hansen, Senior Class Vice President. Dee Lin Wang, Senior Class Secretary and Student Body Historian. Sophia Abby Kuiper, Student Body Officer for Special Events. Jorge Guerrero, Student Body Co-President. Senior Class Salutatorian Allison Bayless. Senior Class Valedictorian Josephine McBrayer. And now I would like to introduce to you someone who has been immensely involved in Highland activities throughout her 4 years. She has dedicated herself to making Highland the best it can be, and I am pleased to introduce Senior Class President Kay Campbell. Kay, please come forward and introduce the administration of Highland High School.
First, I would like to acknowledge that Highland High School has a professional and experienced faculty every bit as diverse as the makeup of our school. They have contributed to the success of our class, both in the classroom and in extracurricular activities. We acknowledge their contributions and thank them for making learning fun. This day is just as much for them as it is for the graduating seniors they have helped create. The members of the class of 2013 also want to acknowledge our families, the people who have been the most significant and supportive in helping us to reach our goals. Without the support we receive at home from our loved ones, none of this would be possible. Our last thank you goes to the administration, who has guided us this year at Highland. Please rise as I call your name. Ms. Harriet Crawford, 11th and 12th grade principal. Mr. Andy Legant, 10th and 11th grade principal. Ms. Lupe Martinez, 9th grade principal. Mr. Joe Williams, Dean of Students and Women's Athletic Director. Mr. Scott Peterson, Men's Athletic Director. And Mr. Patrick Arguelles, Activities Director. And finally, I would like to introduce you to Mr. Scott Elder, our Highland High School principal. Mr. Elder, will you please come up and say a few words?
Parents in attendance and family, I just want to welcome you to this commencement ceremony and to thank you for the unique opportunity to work with these students for the past 3 years. They're a unique bunch of students. We have enjoyed them, and we're intensely proud of the class of 2013. Highland High School's faculty also recognizes that this didn't happen in 4 years, but that this is the culmination of 13 years of education. So I'd like to ask you to join me in a round of applause for those teachers and administrators, K through 8, who came before, many of whom are in attendance today. Thank you. And I believe I turn the stage to Jorge.
It is my pleasure to introduce our first graduation speaker in the Highland High School class of 2013 Salutatorian. Allison Bayless is the daughter of Jean Nelson and John Bayless. Her brother Andrew is also a Highland graduate. She's proud to attend Wesley College in the fall. Please join me in welcoming your 2013 Salutatorian.
Classmates, friends and family, and faculty, we come together today to recognize this rite of passage. I could stand before you and attempt to give an inspirational speech about how wonderful our years together were, or how I walked into school on the first day of freshman year, but blah, 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 blah. But I am not qualified to give an inspirational speech, at least no more qualified than many of you, because we are all taking these steps together. As we leave the dark hallways behind, and to quote the Lion King, blinking, step into the sun, we are getting our first taste of the rest of our lives. We are all baby lions who just can't wait to be kings. But unfortunately, the real world is not a monarchy where success is handed to you because of your birth. So I hope everyone can find a source of inspiration somewhere. And I hope you all discover the world beyond high school, because the world is waiting for us, but we have to go out and find it. It's not going to come to us, and there are no shortcuts to it. So I leave you with this. This is not the end, it's the beginning of 1,000 opportunities. I hope you all take them. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison, for that wonderful speech. Now please welcome your 2013 valedictorian, Josephine McBrayer. Josie is the daughter of Brenda Langhoff and John McBrayer. Josie is the youngest child in the McBrayer family and is the third and final graduate from Highland High School. She plans to major in chemical engineering and perform research in the field of biofuels. Please join me in welcoming your 2013 valedictorian.
Life is not fair, but what better place to learn this essential lesson than in high school? We have all endured our hardships. We have endured personal obstacles as well as mutual, community-oriented hindrances. But the most important word that I want you to hear is endure. We have endured tough classes and standardized tests, but we have endured. Every single one of us is standing here today because we stepped over every interference in our path in order to seize success. This is a new beginning. We need to take our experiences, both good and bad, and learn them, memorize them, commit them to memory, and then rise above them. Because we are the next generation, and the fate of our community, nation, and world lie in our hands. We can help the world become a better place, no matter what future we choose for ourselves. All it takes is to add a little bit of kindness to everyday life. As the class of 2013, let's add happiness to the world, rather than hate. Let's learn from our great and our not-so-great role models, so that we can improve upon the road that they have paved for us. And so I would just like to say that I'm only standing up here today because of the support and love of a variety of role models in my life. Everyone undergoes hardships. What makes them survivable versus insurmountable, though, are the people supporting us as we strive to make it through. I have struggled and succeeded due to the consistent and unrelenting support of my family, friends, and teachers, but in particular, my mother. No matter what situation I am in, my mom has always believed that I will persevere and thrive. My mom, Brenda Langhoff, has always fought for my education, making sure I have always had the best opportunities to learn. She patiently explains difficult homework problems and stays with me until I understand. She encourages me to take chances and consoles me if I fail. There's always next time, she'll say. These words and her assurances allow me to continue on. I can lose terribly and still keep trying because I know my mom will be proud no matter what. My father, John McBrayer, pushes me to the limit and sometimes further, but he is always there with a hand and a hug to pull me back up. His inspirational speeches and ability to make anything into a joke kept me going this year, and I will never be able to repay him for the strength he has provided me with. Kepper McBrayer, my perfect older sister, has set high standards for me to try and reach my entire life. She gives me the motivation to always push myself that much harder because I know that if she were in the same position, she would find a way to prosper. My brother, Dominic McBrayer, has taught me passion and love. I have never met anyone who approaches every task, even the not-so-enjoyable ones, with so much passion and perseverance. He is truly an incredible person, and I love him dearly. Many of you have also been there for me these past 4 years. I have made so many great friends during high school. I would like to say a special thanks to some of my best friends, Jorge Romero, Yuridia Loera, Helen Yeep, Gloria Garcia, and Dylan Wang, for always being there for me no matter what the circumstances were. I know we will continue our friendship well past high school. I've had so many amazing teachers throughout my education that it would take a great length of time to thank each of them individually. So thank you to all of you for giving me the greatest gift of all, knowledge. My family and friends have taught me so much, and although I still have much to learn, I am much further on my path towards self-realization than I ever would have been without them. I am truly lucky to have such special, amazing people in my life and here supporting me today. Today is a day for all of us to celebrate our successes with our loved ones who have supported us over the years. But it is also a day to celebrate a newfound independence as we take our first steps into the world. Individually and as the class of 2013, we can make needed changes in the world. Congratulations, class of 2013. Let's get to it.
Thank you, Josie, and congratulations on being valedictorian. Can you imagine a 4.925 GPA? Give her a big hand. Now we would like to introduce your 2012-2013 student body co-presidents, Jorge Guerrero and Yuridia Loretta, who will be giving the senior address. First, we will hear from Jorge.
First of all, I just want all of you to know that you did it. As I stand before you all, I want to show my gratitude and appreciation for these past 4 years of my life spent with my fellow colleagues. As I woke up this morning, all I could think about is that I finally got to graduate. Who the heck let this happen? I mean, honestly, I did not work hard, and I was in total shock because even with my horrible senioritis, I made it to the top 10%. So I just want to thank all those seniors who let their grades plummet, who did not care about anything but getting out and made me into the prodigy you all see here today. Think about it. Just 2 weeks ago, we all wanted to leave Highland and everything we thought was worthless behind, especially Mr. Baldwin's feckless words, which we had to decode to actually understand, and Mr. Betch's long speeches about just one simple question that a student had in mind. By the way, Mr. Betch, not everyone can be friends, even as nice as that song sounds. The experiences that I have had at Highland make me proud of having been a Hornet and a graduate of this amazing school where the teachers and students make fools of themselves. Take, for example, when we were in Mr. Ball's class junior year and Julian Chavez started barking at her, or when Elizabeth Freeman in the swim banquet started to freestyle her own dance moves, one of which I called a Liz. This year did not feel like YOLO. It felt like yo-yo. You're on your own, especially with Baldwin's homework. Ain't that right? I just want to thank all my teachers for passing me, giving me a chance to make up my work, and giving me extra credit, but I want to especially thank my mother, Rosa, for bringing me to school even when she did not want to. For Mr. A, for calling me a knucklehead for most of the year. The inventor of SparkNotes, Wikipedia, and Google, and the Google team who make high school easier for us. The Enlace team, Josh, Dulce, Richard, and Mayra, because without them, I would not have the knowledge of so many scholarships and what college is really about. By the way, Areli, I do not know how you will get yourself up to go to Senate class in the morning, because I am the one always poking you and waking you up. To all those haters out there, I leave you with the wise words some wise man once said. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. I am sorry for those I have offended. This was only a speech full of sarcasm. I truly love the students and people at Highland. Thank you.
Right on, Jorge. Let's hear from Yudi.
From South Dakota to Massachusetts to Louisiana to Texas to here, New Mexico, after tonight, each of you will venture off into something greater. But where were you 10 years ago or 4 years ago, freshman year? What I am trying to get at is what helped develop your drive and character today? And who do you want to thank? Was it a close and inspiring friend, neighbor, cousin, counselor, or student senate? I asked for a number of seniors one thing they are grateful for today. And their answers reassured me of who I should recognize along with our accomplishments on this big day. Whether your parents had to give up spare time and sleep to help you with your math homework in high school, or supported you through your kindergarten year, making each talent show, class play, or field trip, or had to raise you as a single parent and walk you and your sister to school each morning, it could not have been without the extraordinary work, words, or sacrifices from your greatest supporters. Brooke Hansen is utmost grateful for her benevolent grandmother who, despite of her recent struggling health conditions, promised that if it was the last thing she did on earth, she would endure to watch her granddaughter graduate. Hansen describes her grandmother as fearless. But some of you remarkable graduates are also here from a self-drive and diligent work ethic, surpassing all odds. And I would also like to recognize your outstanding tenacity. Another senior, Katie Garcia, a year-round athlete, can say that she did not have a single sporting event without at least one parent and one grandparent watching in the stands. Her father and grandparents woke up extra early to close up their business to make it on time, while her persevering mother in Los Lunas collected money up to the penny for gas to attend her sporting events. For that, Garcia is extremely grateful. Garrison Holman can relate and say that his parents made sure to clear work to attend each of his basketball games. Or did your mother close her bank account to pay for your fees by any chance? Another senior, Matthew Lopez, recalls the countless jobs, hours of sleep, money, and friendships that his mother sacrificed in order to maintain his family. Lopez describes his mother as willing. See, we grew up admiring these people as if they held the secrets to life, as if superheroes. We grow wishing to emulate these everlasting and priceless characteristics: perseverance, willingness, intelligence, mental and emotional strength, drive, patience, priceless love and passion to excel, to help us dive fearlessly into the world. From the 1st grade to the 6th grade, one senior remembers staying up until 11 at night for his mother to help with their science and math homework. Another senior, Renee Tennyson, is forever grateful for her striving mother who raised her as a single parent with the essence and work ethic of 2 parents and gave up countless things to build the young woman she is today. 15 years ago in Mexico, my parents took the first step for a better life for me, and for years, I watched my father collect scrap metal in Arizona to provide food for our family of 9. Y por eso, este día les doy gracias a mis padres por trabajando de día de noche. Y no les digo esto en el día ordinario, pero los amo. Without their admirable work ethic, I cannot imagine being where I am today, or who I am today, or having built the dreams I pursue. As the ceremony closes, I want you to recognize your significant accomplishments, and I hope you feel proud and ready. Because what other schools and news reports do not capture is the strong and genuinely compassionate will you each hold to succeed. You each hold the potential to leave a priceless contribution to this world, and I will carry your admirable characteristics with me throughout my life. I hope to watch your prosperous lives 10 years from now. Most importantly, I also hope you always acknowledge the persevering work and invaluable support of the people who have motivated and encouraged you the most. Always remember where you came from and what you did. We did not start from the top. Schools tell stories about the past, saying we never struggled, wasn't hungry. Yeah, I doubt it. I'll wear my own cap and gown even when I'm in the house, because we started from the bottom, now we're here. Because we started from the bottom, now the whole class here. Always remember where you come from and what you did. Finally, thank you for the time of my life, friends at Highland. Stay golden always, class of 2013. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuri. At this time, we would like you to please turn your attention to our Highland High School Choir, led by Mr. Ferris Collins, as they sing Imagine for the class of 2013.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
At this time, please welcome back to the podium our principal, Mr. Scott Elder.
Well, 3 words, class. One last time. I'll do the first 2. Motivate, educate. Well, do you want to do it? Then, Superintendent Brooks, APS leadership team members Don Moya, esteemed board member Kathy Court, the students sitting before you have duly met and completed all requirements as set forth by the State Department of Education of the state of New Mexico, and have also met all the requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, and are hereby fully qualified to receive an official New Mexico high school diploma. These students are fully certified for graduation. Ms. Court, it is my pleasure and great honor to present to you the Highland High School graduating class of 2013.
First, I'd like to congratulate all of you. I hear your stories, and I'm just amazed at our young people in our city. And this is my 5th graduation, and I want to thank the parents, because behind every successful graduate, there is a support network of adults and parents who have led you to this day. So on behalf of the Board of Education of Albuquerque Public Schools, I accept this graduating class of 2013 from Highland High School. Congratulations to all of you.
First row, please rise. Sophia Abby Kippers, Sadananda Acrea, Alonso Acosta, Raymond Alexander, Sadiq Almarad, Paulina Almaraz, Araceli Alvarado, Jasmine Alvarez, Adriana Amaro, Monica Angulo, Dara Renee Apple, Alma Arriola, Cristian Arvizo, Ricardo Avalos Jr., Karina Ayala Lugo, Fiona Bachman, Malik Baker, Allison Bayless, Katia Baltier, Jonathan Beatrice, Dominic Bazan, Kenna Benegas, Robert Blea, Charisse Bruce, Michelle Bustillos Nunez, Justin Cameron, Catherine Campbell, Jordan Cannon, Daniel Cano, Brian Cantabrana, Beatriz Carmona Martínez, Gabriela Chaires, Julian Chavez, Marisa Chavez, Michael Chavez, Vicente Chavez, Elizabeth Colunga, Brenna Conley, Justin Contreras, Raúl Corona, Jacinto Cortés Picón, Matthew Cox, Graviela Cruz Esparza, Christian Curley, Jezebel Dávila, Marta de la Fuente, Daniel Díaz, Viridiana Domínguez Tago, Chantel Duda, Denise Duran, Marisa Enostroza, Oscar Estrada, Anthony Fabic, Roxanne Fajardo, Armando Fernández, Daniel Frampton, Daniel Freeman, Jessica Frisbee, Jennifer Gamboa, Jesus Garcia, Caterina Garcia, Mateo Garcia, Natalie Garduño, Mariah Gauna, Linda Gloria, Juan Gomez, Kara Gonzalez, Christopher Gonzalez, Santina Gonzalez, Alfredo González, Ever González, Carla González, Yvonne González, Gianna Gordon, Nathan Grice, Melanie Gruber, Ernesto Guerrero, Jorge Guerrero, Fabián Gurrola, Brooke Hansen, Dulce Hernández, Stephanie Hernández, Leanne Herrera, D. Lin Huang, Eric Hollins, Justice Hollins, Garrison Holman, Matthew Honeyfield, Brett Howell, Bung Hom Insing Silmai, Dua Ismail, Denise Jansen, Elizabeth Jurado, Jolie Kazungu, Angelique Kennedy, Rachel Keltika, Zachary Kimber, Anthony King, Cameron Kinney, Samaria Lachey, Miranda Lee, Hannah Little, Cristian Loera, Mario Loera, Yuridia Loera, Matthew Lopez, Kailin Lovato, Dalia Loya, Alma Lugo, Alejandro Magaña Ramírez, Janos Lucas, Fuk Mai, Jair Maldonado, Jasmine Martin, Luis Martínez, Matthew Martínez, Raúl Martínez, Melissa Mata, Mayo Mata, Josephine McBrayer, Adriana Méndez, Burvi Metadis, Melissa Mesa, Maisha Miller, Pablo Minjares, Carol Montes, Mario Montes, Kelsey Montoya, Yolanda Montoya, Miriam Mora, Heaven Morales, Mustafa Mudada, Raúl Muela, Robert Narvaez, Heritier Soso, Lisa Nguyen, Joshua Niederstadt, Diana Niño González, Jean-Claude Neo Mutasha, Jonas Lucas, Noel Obeso, Jacob Olascuaga, Edgar Adrián Olivas, Cintia Denise Olivas, Manuel Olivas, Álvaro Ordóñez, Luby Ornelas, Amanda Orr, Nelsie Ortega Aguirre, Ruben Ortega Jr., Rashad Ortiz, Damian Otero Brooks, Jose Owens, Alejandra Pacheco, Filomena Pajebo, Ronnie Pedroncelli, Jasmine Perez, Chelsea Peterson, Dulce Picon, Edward Porter, Sean Prince, Dejan Pritchett, Irving Quintana, Ulises Quintero, Emmanuel Ramirez, Luis Ramirez, Sheridan Ramon, Vidasia Reese, Cristal Reyes, Samuel Reyes, Vontanavius Reynolds, Miriam Reza, Deprice Richardson, Luis Rivas, Janelle Rocha, Marta Rocha, Abigail Rodríguez, Paola Rodríguez, William Rodríguez, Kitsia Rubio, Jacob Ruffing, Ana Karen Ruiz, Rebecca Ruiz, Christopher Ryan, Judith Sainz Andrade, Manny Salamanca, Cristian Sánchez, Lisbeth Saravique, Diana Sarmiento, Morgan Schilling, James Schuster, Alexandria Solano, Hugo Solis, Orlin Solis, Fabian Soto, Nashaya Stevens, Brandon Strait, Raven Sustaita, Renee Tennyson, Rory Thomas, David Thompson, Tavia Thompson, Aaron Torres, Christina Toya, Joseph Tran, Dominic Trujillo, Malcolm Sosi, Edith Vasquez, Diana Vega, Víctor Villanueva, Tania Viramontes, Julie Vo, Taj Quan Wilson, Theron Worthington, Nicole Wright, Tanisha Yatsate, Cassandra Yazi, Michael Zamora.
And now Kate and Brooke will give some closing remarks.
Graduates, at this point we reach the culmination of our high school careers. May you all go on to do great things that will not only benefit your communities, but that will also enrich your lives. We have all been blessed with knowledge and gifted with the drive to actually make a difference. There is a lot of pain and trouble in this world, but there is also immense beauty. I urge all of you, friends, family, and graduates alike, to take this chance today as the motivation to know that we all can succeed. In the words of Ari Pinavici, graduation is just a concept. In real life, every day you graduate. Graduation is a process that goes on until the last day of your life. If you can grasp that, you'll make a difference. Let us not squander our aspirations for the chance of immediate gratitude. Let us not quench our thirst for knowledge and adventure young. Go on in life and do the amazing things that our teachers and loved ones know we are all capable of. Now, with that being said,
graduates, at this time, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2013. Woo!
Graduates of the class of 2013, please rise for the recessional. Parents, you may meet your graduates in the lot next to the Creative Arts parking lot west of the Coliseum. Thank you for coming. To the class of 2013, we wish you well and thank you for your many contributions to Highland High School. Thank you for joining us to honor your students.
Albuquerque Public Schools, support the potential.